Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another Cooking with Cal Zone. We're going to be making cinnamon cookies. As you can tell, I'm making this while the brownies are baking. Min-maxing our time, guys, because I've also got a meal prep chicken, and I want to make my hash brown casserole for my dinner tonight. So, I'm cooking in the kitchen, guys. We're really hitting it ground running. This is not a very complex recipe. I make cookies all the time. This is a very basic cookie recipe, so I should knock this one out. There's no way I can fumble this guy. There's no way I can mess this up. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited. My brownies look pretty good. I'm really excited to get my cookies made, and then I'll have my desserts for the whole week. So, without further ado, let's get into bacon. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cooking, the Editing Calv Zone. I'm here to do the play-by-plays for this cinnamon cookie video. As you can see here, I've already done the butter mixture. This one was, I think, a fourth of a cup of butter, which is, I think, 8 tablespoons. Basically, 1 stick of butter for those of you that do that way. We're making cinnamon sugar cookies. It's a very basic recipe. If you see me make cookies on the channel, the recipe does not change really at all. It's one of my favorite things to do. So you can see I'm adding a cup of sugar. This recipe is a lot smaller than my usual cookie recipes. So it does make a much smaller batch, but I do think it was better in the long term. Very good, because I'm just one man. I'm just one man eating cookies, so like I don't need to make big batches. But we've mixed the butter. We mixed the cup of sugar. I think I'm getting the flour to start doing my dry ingredients. Yeah, I don't measure too precisely, guys, but I think this is a cup and a half of flour. So, I'm just kind of I'm being very loosey-goosey, but that's just me. If you want to get the exact measurements, there are ways to go about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get that. I gotta get some baking powder in there. That was a weird finger tap thing. I don't know what that was. I guess I was thinking about something. But yeah, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, not a tablespoon. We don't want to go tablespoon. But I'm gonna get that in there. What do I got in my hands? Oh, it's the vanilla. So those, don't worry. I've had very little extract left. I just ended up pouring the rest of the thing in there. Worked out pretty good. I think on the recipe it wanted a teaspoon of vanilla extract, but we don't measure. Like with the salt, I didn't measure that. That was just some normal table salt, just throwing it in there. Now we're gonna do the egg. Since it's a smaller batch of cookies, only need 1 egg for this, okay? We're not going crazy. We're not trying to make an omelet. We're just trying to make some cookies. So I'm gonna throw my 1 egg in there. Then I'm gonna get it mixed up. I'm gonna go crazy. So in the recipe, it called for us to put the dough in the refrigerator, kind of make it more solid. I start choking on cinnamon, guys. Ignore me there. But it calls to kind of freeze the dough so it's moldable and then roll it in cinnamon sugar. I opted just to throw the cinnamon into my sugar mixture, which worked out just fine, by the way. Just fine. When you're baking, you just gotta go with your gut. Sometimes you're gonna make mistakes, but after a while you're gonna start making great plays, okay? And so we get the cinnamon in there. I want to point out, by the way, I make these cookies from start to finish 6 minutes. Like 6 minutes. That's all it took me to make this batch of cookies. Here I'm gonna start mixing things together. I've got it a lot closer to me than the brownie one, just so because I was like really needed to mix it better. But you can see we're getting that nice kind of caramel color. I picked it up there just to make sure I can fully incorporate it. As you see, I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna start taking stuff, throwing it in the sink, because you want to do dishes as you go. I'm just clearing off my table. I get my pan. As you see, this is a little runny. I really think if you want this recipe to go good, you should probably cool them down. Mine was a little runny. Maybe that because I had a little less flour than it called for. But I get the whole thing plated out. Nice little plops. Honestly, it takes me a little longer. As you can see, I got a little left over. I do make another tray of these. Hey guys. I was gonna edit that and try to make it look like, oh, look at me throw it in the oven. Guys, I did not throw it in the oven. My brownies were still in the oven while I was making this. I figured it'd take me a little longer. It did not. So I was like, I gotta make it look like I put it in the oven, but there's behind the scenes. I definitely didn't put it back in the oven. I just set it on the table. I took the rest of the dough, put it on a second baking pan, and put that on the bottom rack, which ended up making them cook faster. than the ones on top, which honestly end up making them have more structure. Um, but yeah, and that was the making of the cookies. I'm gonna throw it to the cooking calzone and let him review the cookies, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the cooking video. I just pulled the cookies out of the oven. I've given them a little time to kind of come together so that when I pick them up they don't fall apart. They look pretty good. Here, I'll see if I can get you. I will pick up, I guess, the biggest pan. Hopefully not drop it. That would be a real shame. They smell delightful. Yeah, they're pretty good. Cannot wait to try them. I realized, so the recipe called for me to freeze them and then roll them in cinnamon sugar. I just put cinnamon in the sugar mixture. So it's a little different than the recipe called for. They are real liquidy. I'm actually coming to the conclusion these cookies might have needed a few more minutes. That is napalm. That is straight up napalm. However, for you guys, I will try it. I have a spoon. I will cut this cookie in half. These ones in the blue that I put them closer to the bottom are way more firm. Yeah, I think they just need to go for a little, but because that's definitely, you can definitely tell it's still a little. Come on now. Oh man, it's not going to. It's not going to, guys. Sorry, I got a crap camera. It is what it is. Still a little wet inside. So they definitely need to go back in. But I'm trying them now. So I've got other stuff. If you can tell back there, I gotta season a bunch of chicken breasts, throw them in the oven. I need to get them cooking so that I can meal prep those, and then I can get my crock pot going. So without further ado, let's try this cookie. Oh man. So, those who don't know, I really love cinnamon. Like, I really, really love cinnamon. This is really good. This is like, that is a good cookie. And it's not even firm. I need to throw them back in there to firm. But, wow. That is spectacular. Nice, simple. Wasn't a hard recipe at all. Yeah, one of my favorite cookie recipes I've ever made. That was so good. Oh, and actually, they're kind of firming up. I do feel like I need to cook them. Let's look at this cookie on the bottom. Yeah, that definitely can take a little longer. I don't know why I keep trying to show you. My camera sucks. But yeah, the cookies turned out good. Hey, we're 2 for 2, guys. I consider that a win. Next weekend, I might do the cinnamon rolls. The only reason I didn't do the cinnamon rolls this week, when I got in here, I looked up the recipe. It's because I needed to knead a dough. I don't have a kneading machine, so I'd have to hand knead that. And it was 7 in the morning. I went, I really don't want to knead dough at 7 in the morning. I want some nice, simple, easy things I could like throw in tubs. Like the brownies. I've got them like put in there. Like I said, they're pretty sizable chunks, but I can just pull them out and eat them one at a time, because you just pull them out and you throw them in the microwave and they're good to go. Those I might even eat cold. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I hope you have a fantastic day, week, whatever. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.